It's 5 o'clock. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Binge Bitches Talks Charm School. We're going back to 2007 and talking about that very terrible reality show that gave us so many great reality stars like Safari and Pumpkin, and they brought us back to them. So here we go. I'm bringing in right now Miss BEBE Gunn. She's joining me live on the stream. Hello, Miss BEBE Gunn.
What's up, Beesh?
How are you?
Good.
Okay, so I'm comfortable sitting on a couch because I'm in the house board. Sitting on a couch because I'm in the house board. Okay. Shoes are coming off. Look, they match my shirt.
Oh, wow.
We had to show that. Everybody acts like those are brand new when you guys see me out in real life.
Oh, work.
Well, we are
talking to each other
again today. So getting our lives together. I like this look today. What are we going for?
I don't know. I got a little crazy with the eyeliner.
You were just like,
I was just like, nah. Yeah.
I love it. And then how did this part happen?
Manson used to do this a long time ago too.
Okay,
back in the 90s. So a little throwback to that.
Were you like listening to Manson? Is that what happened? Is that how this got inspired today?
No, but earlier this week I was a lot. I was watching a lot of like old concerts. I was watching a lot of old concerts, like band concerts from like high school and junior high. So it was a throwback.
Where did you graduate high school?
Wenimi High School in Oxnard, California, Ventura County.
What year was your graduation? Did you graduate?
Yeah. Yes, I did. 2007.
Okay, 2007. Damn, I am so old. You were in like 5th grade when I graduated. I was 1999.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like probably like 9.
That is so crazy. I'm so okay. So I'm not old.
You're like moving on.
That's so funny. No, the thing is because my Marilyn Manson, like me remembering him was it was very much like when he first came out and like what was it, Mob Scene, you know, and those songs were like what I remember from the very, very beginning.
So Mob Scene, what like that era was called the Golden Age of Grotesque. That was the scene that I first got introduced to Manson, and then because that was my ex-boyfriend that introduced me to that, like my first boyfriend. He was like this gothic little like white boy, and then from there I ventured off and I listened to everything before that.
So is the golden era also Beautiful People?
No, that's the Antichrist Superstar era, and that was like 96 maybe.
Really? I thought Beautiful People was earlier. Or no?
Yeah, it was earlier, like 96. Golden Age of Grotesque was like 99 or right up over 99.
Oh. Okay. See, I remember a lot of it. And the thing is, then I remember like Dope Show, and I remember all like, you know, that was when I was kind of like in college, I think. I would think it was like right at the beginning of college.
See, I think Dope Show was right around like the 98, 99 time. And so yeah, it was probably around that time.
I listened to a lot of it, but I wasn't allowed to still because I like my parents, you know, like I wasn't allowed to listen to like Madonna for a long time, girl. Like there was, yeah, like it was, they were secular music. And the thing is, and there was a few people you can get away with, you know, and like, you know, when Janet had her sexual era, when she did like If and everything.
Oh my God, remember Velvet Rope era? Ugh.
Yeah, before Velvet Rope, when she did If, and she was like grabbing the guy's crotch from underneath the thing. Yeah.
I do the whole dance, bitch.
Oh, it was amazing. It was like everything. So I don't know if we can see comments, but I'm going to see if I can pick them up in case people are saying things, because I'm seeing that people are like being active. So I'm going to, at the same time, jump into this part here. So as I do, okay. So we'll start a watch party on this. Join us. Everybody join us. We're usually live at 5 o'clock on Sundays doing Charm School. We're going to be here on Facebook. And then now this is all porting over to a brand new page that I started for Binge Bitches on YouTube. And so just giving some of these things a little bit of legs and just letting the content live out there now. And then we also are doing these Star Wars things and all that. So, but I'll talk about that later. So other than that, so we're starting this watch party, getting our friends involved, and hopefully these comments will pour in.
Yes.
So, okay. So this is all in. I will keep an eye out and see if there is any kind of comments, and then I'll try to address them if they come through. And if I don't address them, I'm so sorry. But thank you for joining us. So, okay. So I just watched this episode. I watched it earlier this week when I was like cleaning it, and then I just sat down and rewatched, and then I kind of like actually watched it with people like their actions, not just like, that's the auditory, because there's a lot of good little lines in this.
Oh my god, they're stupid. I love them.
And there's a lot of good like fodder. So today's episode was season 1. We are on episode 5. Big Stink at Charm School is the name. These names, Big Titty Girl No. We got Big Stink at Charm School.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why we was called that, but now I know.
Big Stink at Charm School. So what I am loving is that they are setting up here for the downfall of Brooke. We are going to tear Brooke apart, and it's not going to be, but it's happening soon. And so the very first line at the beginning of this episode is Larissa talking about Brooke and about her kissing dudes at the bar. She don't know where these dudes were, and blah, 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 blah. So Larissa's always slut shaming. Yeah. I'm not, it's 2007, I get it, but be better, be nicer. She was getting hers. She was stuck in the house bored. Girl,
if I was single in the same house, girl, you know I'd be sucking some face too. So
come on, this is like Friday night, Saturday night. Sometimes on Saturday night you got 8 people, but whatever, it's cool.
But whatever, you know, who's counting?
Who's judging? Stop judging people. So, anyways, but with all that, it does feel a little bit old, and I'm glad that they don't focus on this anymore with a lot of these more current reality shows that like, you know, trashing people about this. Now we got Love is Blind, and we got stuff like that One Too Hot to Handle, where these people are like sex addicts who who can't like do 30 days without having sex with people, and it's like, bitch, there's money on the line. So
right? Imagine if they did like a gay version of that.
It's just a bunch of people. It's just called Orgy House.
Okay.
That's all it's called. It's sponsored by Truvada. That's where you hear that little part. So we got Mo on the announcement. She's coming through on the loudspeaker. She's coming through. It's B Monique. And she goes, "Good morning, my babies." I love her.
I love it.
But she basically tells them, get dressed, get out. We're going on a little field trip again today. We have a project for you, ladies. Yes. And so they get up and they get out the house. Mm-hmm. They are running over. She lets them know the commandment that they are to be going for is thou shalt mind thy money. So thou shalt mind. Wrong one. There's the piece. That was real slow. Charm number 6.
Got it.
Thou shalt mind thy money. Bling.
There's Shatar blinking her eyes. Blink, blink.
I love when she's always like, ah.
I know.
Shatar, she's just always doing that. So we got this. These girls are going to be going. They're going to be doing a challenge that they can profit from. So everybody's excited because everybody don't have money. So they want to have some money. So this is what's happening. So with that being said, we have them, Courtney, that she's saying, I ain't too good with money. I'm not sure if I'm good with this.
Yeah, I love her. She's just a heart of gold.
She's silly. So then we have Mo introducing them. They are now at this place called Creative Sensualizations. It is the most ugly word.
It is so
dumb. No, girl. Her name is Sarah Horowitz-Tran. She first starts off, and she when they go in there, and she's supposed to be like a businesswoman, telling them about business things. And this bitch is like, so I just want you to know that everybody here can do their best, and you you can all reach for the stars. And if you guys put your heart to it, it's going to happen. And so let's talk about creating a project that people are going to like. What? What was she saying? Like, what was she saying? I did not understand.
Sorry. I had some issues.
But it was just so funny because it was like this bitch is just talking like about rainbows and circles and unicorns. And then she comes back into this whole, okay, so now we're going to talk about making a scent that people want to love and a passion product.
Yes.
So she's basically, Monique is telling them we're going to start, they're going to make a scent like J-Lo or Britney. And we're going to go through classes. And so this isn't going to be like a college class, which
oh my God, all that math. That was horrid.
Becky had that whole conversation about how she was like, I don't trust colleges. They just there to take your money.
They just take your money, girl.
That's it. So it's a scam. Anyways, so we have these girls. They are going to be sitting around. They are talking about, the COG, the cost of goods. All she was telling them is however much it costs, the cost of your goods, take that and times it by 3. And that's your retail price. And that's how much you should be charging. That's all she's telling these girls. And they are just like, what? I don't understand. Like
little math equations everywhere.
You want to make money off of what you're doing. And so the thing is, it's not just for the product, it's for your time and your design time and then the packaging and the labor to get it there and the delivery and the shelf. I mean, like there's so many things that this is the reason why they are charging more. And these girls are just caught in headlights, like something is wrong. I just love this, that they, Pumpkin, when she's like, Larissa smells like an old orange, and I don't know why anybody wants to smell like her.
Wow. I must have missed that one.
She said that Larissa smelled like an old orange, and that made me tickle. So this is Mickey. Okay, so Mickey's going to tell them now this is what your challenge is going to be. And this is the first time that Mickey's ever had, like, confidence. It's the first time I think the girls were not waiting for her outside to beat her ass. So like she's scared of these girls, and she's always scared of them. And this is like the very first time that like she's like kind of with confidence telling them that they're gonna go and they're gonna build a product and they're gonna sell it at an open air mall in Hollywood.
Oh God, I wish I was there.
It just sounds poor, but so they also, so these producers are real shady because when Mickey tells them who the captains are going to be, they're like, okay, we're going to take the 2 best friends and make them go versus. So she's okay, now you 2 against each other. Then we got Brooke and Larissa hate each other. So we know this is not going to be if we're going to be going back and forth.
The producers are just stirring that pot. They're just like,
and then not only that, but these girls, they think that a CEO means you just fight people. They're just like, well, I'm the CEO, and so I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna rip her head off. It's like that's not
how it works, sweetie.
She's like, I own 51% of this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what these girls think that this is supposed to be. So, I love these interviews that they give. Okay.
Oh my God, hilarious. Safari was like my favorite one. Her trying to sell that fucking brooch was the funniest thing ever. The fucking Mazatlan jewelry, whatever the fuck she was selling it from, that was hilarious.
This is how I'm gonna be. And like the thing is, this is that girl who's in the subway trying to sell you batteries when you're going
anything, shampoo, batteries.
Yeah, that's the girl. Because when you go to when you have to go to Queens and you're on the train and you're going up there, this is the bitch who all of a sudden stands up and goes, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to let you know that I am now 3 years clean and sober, but I do have a mom at home that I am taking care of, and I also have a program. And so I just want to let you know to keep myself off the street. I am here to sell this iPad. I did not buy this iPad. I found this iPad, but I am trying to do better. So who wants an iPad? I mean, who
wants me to succeed in life? Buy this iPad."
That is totally what she is selling at this point. Like, so the other standouts that I love here is that, okay, now number one, they know Becky is the personality. And the thing is it's kind of making me sad that Becky Buckwild is not still a thing now in like this age. She came about just before social media hit. She should be a bigger deal right now.
Honestly, yeah, I know. Maybe she should just pick it up, and see what happens.
But when they ask her, what have you sold before? And she says, I sold weed.
I sold weed. Bitch, relatable content.
And they're like looking at you like, you got some right now?
Okay. And you know what? Some of my dealers are the most successful people I know, so work.
They're like, we're gonna sell this weed, right? Like, so all right, I'm hoping that doesn't ding anymore. Okay, so anyways, the other parts that I did like in here was that Courtney, she got to be great with these people. She gave a great interview, and then she followed it up with, well, I did get fired for giving people food.
I love that though. She's probably just hooking up with friends.
What else do we have in here? We have
what was your first job, anyways?
My first job? My first official job. I did have a newspaper route when I was a child.
Aww.
I thought it was gonna be the bomb, and I fucking hated it because you have to actually get up in the morning and deliver the paper every damn day. And so I gave that.
Was the coin good at the time or no?
No, that was like candy money. I was like that young. I was a kid. So, but my first like real job, American Eagle Outfitters.
Oh, work. How old were you?
Like 16, 17 years old. My first job in high school, and I really, really wanted it. And it was fun, and I actually did pretty well. I actually moved up and like, so I grew up in this part of time. It was like over in Ohio, and there was a visual store who does like, they do all the planning for all the stores and do, how the store is supposed to look. They do that in like Pennsylvania and right outside of right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in this place called Cranberry. Anyways, my drink is working, but
she is slapping.
But anyways, so what happened was I was pretty good at this job, and so they pushed me over to like the store, and then I started to hate my life. And I was there one day, giving like tips. I was the youngest one on staff, and people I know have heard this story, but whatever. So this is like the store that had all the prototype clothing, all the stuff that was not even on the shelves yet. They were always like 2 seasons ahead, so like they're in the beginning of summer, right? And so they are always moving forward. Well, they had done this photo shoot when everything was done like in pools and like all this wet stuff. So they sent all this wet clothing back to the store. Nobody knew it was all of the samples. And so it was inside a bag, inside of boxes, and it was there for like 2 weeks. And then one day they were like, oh, we need to start pulling all this stuff. Can you get the stuff in the photo shoot so we can start? And I go and I open it. It is moldy and smelly, and it's just disgusting.
No.
And this manager walked through, goes over to the register, like, ding, takes out 2 rolls of quarters, and it was like, here, go do laundry.
Huh? Damn, girl.
I was like, oh, okay. So I put the quarters on top of the register, and I was like, I'm gonna go take my lunch. I'll be back. And I didn't go back. I called the other store that I had started. I was like, I need you to take me back now. They're discriminating against me because I'm young, and they're all old, and they're bitter because I have my whole life in front of me. Like, I was so mad and angry. I just became like little Queenie boy. So they sent me back to the regular store, and that's where I got to like live out the rest of my term. But that was like my first real job. Like,
oh, I love that.
I learned to stand up for myself for the very first time. Like, I'm not doing laundry.
She's not. She put her foot down. She said, no.
Sherry, I'm not doing laundry today.
Mine was KFC.
Were you like What was your like job? Were you on the register? Were you back?
Yeah, just register and like food packing and stuff and drive through. I was 16. I got so fat. I was eating it like every day.
I mean, seriously, come on. Why wouldn't you?
But I mean, who wouldn't? Bitch, fresh biscuits out of the fucking oven was the tea.
See, I had a friend who worked at McDonald's who used to bring home like the thing of like the shakes, you know, before they put them in the machine, like just that like the sweet stuff, like like he'd do that and he'd hook that up with drinks.
Yes.
Like, yeah, just try with the Moscato. You're like, ew. Yeah, that's really good with Bailey's. So it was one of those sort of things. Okay. Running back over, so these girls, they are all interviewing for their positions. I love when Layleen comes in. She's like, hi, hi, hi. And then they ask her question, you know, like, well, why do you think that you would be a good asset? Yes, I do. And then she turns around, she's like, why do you think that you guys would be a good company? And none of them have anything to say. Larissa's just like, oh, yeah. Like,
right?
Larissa, she don't want to argue with people. She don't want to turn it out. She just knows that she's going to beat your ass, and that's it. And that's it. That's what Larissa's thinking. I just love that little piece. And so then when they have to start deciding, okay, so they give them the pictures. Okay, now go ahead and decide your teams. Where's my dog?
She's so mean.
Come here, girl. Anyways, so they have this whole thing that where they got the pictures and they put them all out on the table and everything, and they're supposed to be picking up who they gonna be taking with them. And real quick, Shay's smart. She knows she wants Becky Buck Wild because that's a celebrity.
Oh, she knows exactly. She's like, we're getting her. She's popular. Bam.
And then Shatar, she knows if she has somebody like Shatar, she has somebody that can talk their way into anything. And Shatar's smart. Shatar has proved that she's scheming. She knows how to play this game. So she real quick grabs them too. We got old girl Larissa over here who looks and she just sees, oh, well, I want Courtney because Courtney is, you know, the comedian. She's the real personable one, the warm one. So now we got left. Layleen is over here. We got a picture of Dara left over here, and Safari.
Yes.
They all know that like Safari's a hothead. That like might not work out for her, and then Layleen, and so they all discount her at all times. And then you have Dara.
Poor thing.
And then Dara, who was just in her like interview, she just sat there and talked and didn't talk about anything. So it's worse than this show. But it was too cute. Like, so they're all just fighting back and forth. And then the thing is he's like, well, you guys are ganging up on me. And Brooke's point was, y'all two are best friends and you two are ganging up on me right now. But Larissa wanted to turn it back around because whatever this blog was that she had written at some time had to do with she calling out saying these girls were black and that they were something. So they can turn around and make it a race thing. It might not have been a race thing, but you said something racial in the past, so it's going to come up right now.
So it's going to go right to the black card.
What? That's why you need to watch yourself and don't talk shit about black people.
Period.
Like, it's just, that's how it is. And I love how they do flip this later, though, because this is like a glimpse into like the later into the season. The spoiler alert, you better have watched it if you're watching this. The whole thing with her calling Brooke a white bitch later, and the thing is,
yeah,
and Mo's like, hey, that's racist. Like you can't call it that way. This is the same thing. So there is a little bit of a push and pull there. We can kind of see why they're building this as like a little bit of an issue. It's kind of a little thing here.
Yes.
So
the producers are little fights.
Totally, producers are doing their job. So exactly. These girls, they go back and forth over it. Jay basically tells her, you should have thought faster. That was my favorite.
She was just sitting there complaining the whole time. She should have just grabbed.
You should have thought faster. I'm sorry, but whatever. So now these girls, they go on. They're going to be going into like this whole thing about they're going to get a scent journey and everything. And so now they have to go into, okay, so this is why I took this person. This is why I chose this person before they go.
Oh, yeah, they started kind of naming off the reasons why.
Yeah, so before they go into like do their scent journeys, before they go do their marketing piece, they have to go and they have to tell everybody who's on their team and why they picked them. And they kind of skated right over why Larissa picked her people and why Shay picked hers, because everybody knows Becky's great. We're gonna win, you know. And Becky's like, "Yep, we are." Instant. So then we also have. I'm trying to see here. Oh, when she holds up her cards, and Brooke has.
Oh my God.
Laylene and Dara, and she was like, "Laylene, I picked you because you're pretty. Dara, I picked you because you're old and you have experience." That's essentially
honestly, because you're older. That was like the first thing. It's like, okay,
it's
cool.
a version of what she said, but that's what she said. Okay,
Yes.
so that was that situation. Okay, so now we have. Okay, were you last we picked on teams? Or were you first, or were you always team captain? Were you always like, always team captain?
Never team captain. No, I would want somebody to pick me. That's too much leadership for me.
Too much for me. I don't make that responsibility. Okay, so now we have Sarah. She asked them, and okay, so they go to their scent journey, okay, and they get these groups down. And when she asked the first team, so is there any scent that takes you back? Like, I just remember being back, and then she gets all country for a second. She's like, being back on the farm with the honeysuckle, and it made me feel afraid. And then she turns around. So, what scents take y'all back? Safari. Gasoline.
Gasoline. Oh my God.
It was like,
Girl.
music stopped, and everybody was like looking around, and also was like, and they like brought it all back up again. Like it was like she killed everything. Like it was like a blackout all of a sudden happened after she said gasoline. It was too much, and it took me. So I love this. Now we have Courtney. She's saying, "I hope our scent came out good. It don't smell like a chicken head. It smell like chicken head juice." I can't with these things. So the girls are starting to come up with their things. Shatar says it right away. She's like, "It may smell like bug spray, but I think we did an okay job."
I think it smells alright. It's unisex.
Bug spray? Smells okay. Okay. Remember Skin So Soft back in the day? Do you remember that?
Girl.
That was like, do people still use it? Is that
I
like,
think they still do. I think it's like revamped now.
oh, I need to know about Skin So Soft. If that is still a thing with people, okay. I'm gonna ask people. I'm gonna start like leading a poll.
Yes.
So, anyways, these girls, they are talking about their team names. We have, oh my God, Brooke's team. Oh my God, I cannot read my handwriting.
I just scribble real quick. Cheers, girl.
Cheers. With my paper straw. I'm gonna start dangling all gross pretty soon. But anyways, so these girls. So we have Brooke's team, which is basically they're going to call themselves Flavor of Love, and they're like, which is smart. They're going to go off of exactly who the fuck they are. They were all on Flavor of Love. She knows we're 3 different girls. We all have a mix. I'm white. She's black. She's Asian. What's your flavor? Pick it. You know what I mean? So
perfect.
These bitches could have came out with this later and made some money. I mean, like this was
honestly, they could have, yeah.
Yeah, it was not a bad thing. And then we have Shay. They're calling their piece Icon.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got Larissa's team, which is consistent of Larissa, Safari, and Courtney. So they're La Shakur.
La Shakur. That was the best.
La Shakur. So I love this. The girls, they go do their like little photo shoots. They were all cheap looking. Like La Shakur was just like a bunch of perfume bottles on top of a mirror.
Like, but even that prior that they were trying to come up with these ideas, and they were like, everyone was so bad, and Larissa was just standing there, just staring at them like, what?
Everything was bad, but Larissa wasn't coming up with anything. Larissa had nothing to offer. Larissa,
honestly,
she really has nothing to offer but her mouth. I mean, that's really where we're at this point. Like, that's
Yeah.
it's consistently over and over and over again with this bitch. So it's that. Then we have they go downstairs and they find out there is a new rule that is going to be into play. And that new rule is going to be, or new stakes, is that the CEOs of the 2 losing teams are automatically on the carpet tonight. So, or tomorrow night. So that thing is that is now a reason it puts a fire under everybody's ass. The thing is, Brooke wants everybody to lose because she wants to see those 2 girls down there. Because those are her 2 biggest threats, especially the way Larissa treats her. She doesn't need her in the house anymore. And Larissa wants to see Brooke down there. And the thing is, that's the part here too, is that, oh, I want to beat you, but my homegirl is going to be on that carpet automatically too. That's another part about this that is kind of fucked up, is that probably they didn't talk about this as much, but it had to play in somewhere.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so these girls, now we have them going off the next day. There's a ding dong at the door. Their perfumes are there in bags. They have to now put them inside their own little bottles with these little droppers. Safari, she don't want to do that. She figures out a way to make a funnel, and they are just going to pour it in. Smart chick.
She's smart, girl.
It was messy, but it was smart.
Well, she's a hairstylist. So I feel like she would be like quick on like liquids and like mixing things together. That kind of makes sense.
True. And so I just don't want anything that was inside of like an old gel bottle, like she was trying to use.
I know.
Like, it was like, that's cross contamination, girl. Like, don't do this.
That's nasty.
Yeah. I was thinking, ooh, that perfume's gonna be cloudy. Like, that's what I was thinking in my head when I was like watching it. So
yes,
they get shit together. They get sent down with Mika down to Hollywood and Highland, in the epicenter of like Satan's butthole. That is not okay. So if you are not from LA, that is a place in LA that you try to avoid. Like,
if you're not a tourist, you're not new, you don't go to that place.
Hollywood and Highland, unless you live there, or if that's your hood. But there is no reason to go there otherwise. You go see a sweaty Elmo. Go do that. Like, that's what you're gonna go do.
Spider-Man, Superman.
Sweaty Spider-Man, sweaty Elmo, sweaty Wonder Woman. They're all there. They're sweaty.
They're all sweaty.
All of them. So they're around here. They're going to get 2 hours to sell. Keith and Mickey are going to be watching them. Keith was very, like, not in this episode. Like, not a bitch. He just was there and with his little clipboard just writing his
they were
notes.
just off to the side the whole time, just, like, judging.
And Mickey, she got that new bag of Coke, so she was real bold. Like, allegedly, she didn't have Coke, guys. She's probably still working for us. When it's up, this is a funny joke, okay? It's a joke. So Mickey is over there. She's telling them, okay, so y'all got 2 hours. Get your shit done. Sell as much as you guys can. Come through with it. It's cute. So these girls, they have different things. Becky Buck Wild is a celebrity. So everybody is like running up to her. And at this time too, people were real excited to get a picture with her,
Oh yeah, because it seemed like it was pretty fresh,
Pulling out their razors, their sidekicks, getting
their Nokia phones.
Mm-hmm. You get them little brick phones, playing Spider or Snake.
Ooh. I love that one, the one that eats everything.
I wonder if they have that now for an iPhone. I'm gonna check it out.
They do actually. One time I researched it like a year or two ago, and there's an app that it looks exactly like the Nokia one. They
should sponsor the show.
They should.
We love you, Snake.
Right, and Rockaware too, because they were Rockaware.
I love that Laylene just like stripped off the hoodie, had the booby shirt on, putting it on her boobies. Would you like to smell? And like the thing is she looked great. She looked fresh. She didn't look sweated out. She looked great.
Yeah.
Larissa's girls were late on her. Like they like go like sightseeing for a moment.
They went to go pee.
Yeah, they came down there and they were just all like, Courtney, hey, you guys want to try a scent?
Girl, it was sad.
Something. So, let me see here. I'm so all over the place with my notes. Safari. Oh my god.
Oh my god. When Safari started calling out and started using the whole breast cancer comment, that was hilarious because she was just like, that's why we're wearing these pink ribbons. She's like, what, you don't like breasts?
You don't like breast? 100% is going to breast cancer. You're like, girl, no, it's not. You can't say that shit. Like, that's not right. So, and then we also had, like, what's her name? Pumpkin spitting on people. Finally.
Oh, that guy.
Like, make your money, girl. This is the thing that people will pay her for to go to their club. I mean, like, for them to say
honestly, but I mean, sidetrack. Do you know Meatball from LA? She got spitted on by by New York at Precinct.
I was there.
You shut up. Were you really? I hate you.
I was backstage.
So jealous.
At Barracuda, yeah. She's done it twice at Barracudas. But yeah,
I hate you. I've always wanted to go. I always wanted to meet her. I'm sure she's the bomb.
New York is amazing. New York is fucking amazing. So great backstage. Wonderful to everybody. Totally just down to earth. Can't say a bad thing about her, honestly. Showed up on time. Stayed after she needed to. Took pictures with every single performer who wanted a picture with her. Like,
yes.
Class act. New York, Tiffany Pollard is the bomb. I fucking love her. Like, yeah.
She knows who's paying her bills. That's why.
She understands it. And not only that, but she has fun with it. She engages. Like, she's like one of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, she understands. I made my money, like, reality stars, like Leslie Grossman. You know Leslie Grossman is from, like, Popular and from American Horror Story and those sorts of things.
Yes.
She says, here's the thing that she always says about reality stars, they belong to us. They work for us. And that's the thing with reality people. So, like, if you see a reality star when you're out, you should be able to go up to them and be like, hey, can I get a picture? You know, don't be rude about it and wait till they're done. That kind of shit. But, like, and they should be kind of like, sure, let me put a pair of sunglasses on, let me get this picture. And that's how New York is. She is very much like, okay, I'm down. Let's get these pictures. Let's do this. Let me talk to this person. Sweetie. So I have nothing bad to say about her. But so it's a good thing. And so that's the thing too, is like living off of this with being Pumpkin is that this is part of her brand now. Like, this is something that it's something that people want her to do. So we just hope that she's brushing her teeth and keeping herself healthy and not doing this in the time of Corona.
Exactly. Not right now, though.
No spitting, guys. I know some of you guys are into that right now, but please just don't do it right now.
Keep it between your partners. For now.
Yeah. For now. I mean, the thing is, it's like 6 months, be a nasty ass bitch. But right now, just, keep it to yourself. Watch the whole big spitting. You'll be fine. Okay. So that was our PSA. The more you know. Okay. So we got these girls. Oh my God, it's Safari yelling, La Shakur! La Shakur!
I literally wrote that in big bold words. La Shakur!
I want that. I want that name. I want that on a
t-shirt. It low-key gave me vibes from Drag Race back season 2 when they were selling the cherry pies.
Oh my
cherry
God.
Pies gift certificates.
In daytime drag on the streets, those poor girls. Probably on the
I was rewatching that Untucked. It's such a good season of Untucked. It's the first season of Untucked, which is season 2. Such a good season of Untucked. Like, you can't even compare that Untucked to what it is now. It's hilarious.
I haven't really watched a lot of the Untucked, like the old ones. Like, I did at the time, but I have not went back and rewatched. Like, I've rewatched.
I believe it's on Hulu.
I know it is. Yeah, I gotta watch it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is I'm like right now, because like I've watched like the first season, like 1 through 6, I've watched a million times. They still need to put 7 through 12 out now. Like they're holding on to those, make you pay for those. Find the paywall. Seriously, Rue, let them out.
Okay, we're bored. Help us.
Help us, Rue. We want to see what Katya did at the beginning.
Okay, stop fracking. Put them out.
Yo. So these girls, we got they're back now at home, and they are marinating. They are just like, okay, so nobody knows who won the situation, but Larissa's gonna go for the low-hanging fruit with Laylene, and basically, like, oh, I saw you had your girls out. Yeah, so you had to do that again. You have to resort to stripping again. So
hey,
it's
sex sells, honey. Sex sells.
Oh, Exactly. And the slut shaming is just like, come on, get over it. You're on a show called Flavor of Love where you came to try to date Flavor Flav. Who are you?
Who does that? Who said that?
Who do you think you is? I'm not sure. So, just come on, girl. Come.
It's questionable.
Yeah. So you put your girls out there. So now the girls, they're like basically they're going back. Wait. Oh, they find out who won early.
They did. They find out who won, and then I believe they kind of disappeared and hung out, and then came back for the elimination.
They let the girls marinate. I don't know why. Yes. It's because we have this ring light. I can't see anything, and this is working. So, anyways, so this whole thing was that the girls, they go through, and it's like who won, and they come down for this little ceremony. So La Shakur, they do ask them. You guys are saying you guys give money to charity. They call them out on this, and now y'all got to give some money to charity. And they were like, well, we were gonna give $1 to $10, and then $1 to $1 off every profit.
Yeah. They were so confused. They were like,
Nobody knew how to do it. And so the thing is, they didn't really make very much. They really did a bad job. They only had like $250 in sales, so they only made like $100 and something. And so they were not great. Then Icon comes through, and they were like, "You guys also mentioned that you guys are giving us some proceeds to charity. How much?" And Shay was like, 5%. She was like real quick with the tip. 5%.
She's smart. Well, I mean, she noticed what happened on the other side, so she's like, "I need to come up with something."
Smart as a business person in those situations, you say 3% and then you give a little bit extra later on. But the thing is, so
now we know.
Yeah, because you need to just take care of yourself. Just give money on the back end, but to make sure that you have enough money in your profit to make more products to make more. It's a circle. Anyways, so then we got these girls. So they sold like $368 worth of stuff. Then we have Flavor of Love, who are not going to give any money to charity. And it ends up that they have $463 in profit. They are the clear and fierce winners.
Yes.
So, basically, they're like, yeah, that's probably because they were selling pussy on the side.
Yes.
And it was like, oh, girl. Really?
Girl, that must have been some cheap pussy on the side, but whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't judging.
But now the thing is we got Larissa and Shay who are automatically on the carpet tonight. So now Larissa has had it, and they knew what they were doing. So the producers knew, let's let them sit in this, that she knows that she's automatically going. So now everybody go and hang out for a bit, and you guys will get dressed later into your things. So Shay is scared for the very first time ever. She's never been in a situation before. So that's something to be said that, she's a good student. She's been doing really, really well here. And so, justifiably, she doesn't deserve to be down on the carpet. So that's what's up. So then we have, let me see here. We have Larissa is talking to her boyfriend. And this is when Brooke comes down the stairs and she starts giggling. And they automatically think that it has to do with the fact that Larissa's phone cut out.
Well, Larissa said that she saw her smiling walking down. But when they zoomed in on Brooke was just like...
She wanted something. And it's just like, I wonder what really happened here. Like, I wrote that here. I was like, what really happened? And like, is Brooke lying? Because she swears that it wasn't her. Larissa says that she saw it in her face. And that's the part too where Larissa gets up into Brooke's face and Brooke doesn't back down, which I have to say that like most people would have been like, okay.
But she knew what she was doing though, because she even said it too. She was like, I was kind of smiling. I was kind of like, getting in her nerves. So she knew exactly what she was doing. She
wants this girl to fall out and hit her so she can go ahead and she can be the one who's the victim in this bitch. That's what you're trying to do. So it's just, come on, girl. Like Larissa, be smarter than this. Like you're being so stupid.
She's out here poking the bear, and she's like totally falling for it, which
really is. And the thing is so she goes up there. She goes and sees there's something wrong with one of the cords. Shay tries to back her off. Shay's trying to be like, listen, my girl can't go home because of this. Like, so like back off. We have to send somebody else home. Let's figure it out. And so they figure out that there's a cord that is loose. They go back up there. She plugs it back in. Everything is all good. These two girls. But then Larissa's like, look, I need to know if I'm going home because I want to beat her ass.
I know she literally, that was the only reason why she was there. She's like, so are you sending me home? Because if you are, let me go handle this business.
So she does one of the things where she requests to see Mo. And so Mo takes her on in because she's like, we're making a TV show, so come on in, little girl.
Come on, girl.
And the whole time this girl got a big heart blanket like just strapped around her waist. Like,
honestly.
Just like roaming through the house, kind of like me in quarantine, except for she didn't have cookie dough on her breath. But it's cool. So it's too much. These girls, she's basically, they go back. Larissa gets to tell her, gets to tell her side of the story. This is what happened. That she came downstairs. She got a smile on her face. Blah blah blah. And so then Mo was like, okay, great. Let's bring Brooke in here. Let's hear her side of the story.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. So they bring in Brooke, and Brooke is basically like, she called me a little white bitch and said that this. And then they were like, she was like, I did not. And then they show the camera, and she gets in her face, and she does call her a little bitch, or a little white bitch.
A little white bitch.
She calls her a white bitch. So now Monique is basically like, look, Larissa, if you aren't ready to go home, don't make me send you home by doing this kind of shit and saying these kind of things. When you say that this little white bitch, it's automatically making it that, you said a racist comment, you're having issues. Don't do this. And so she has them apologize to each other. And Larissa's apology, when she goes, I'm sorry.
The way she does it, it's so like a little kid, just like, I hate you so much. I guess I'm saying sorry.
Those words too. When she said, I'm sorry I called you a white bitch. Like she she wanted to say it again. And the thing is I kind of think it's funny. I think it's kind of funny, like, she called her a white bitch. Like, it's silly, but it's stupid, and it's wrong. Okay, so Monique is like, okay, great. Okay, let's all go. So then Monique basically, she brings everybody down, and she's talking about how they gave me all of their scents. They showed me all the results. I've been deliberating, and they also told me about Brooke's team, and I also noticed that sex does sell, and they were doing it tastefully, and they were not being flirtatious.
Yes.
You said flirtatious. So why don't we use this word every day now? Like, it should be a word that is used. So
we need that on shirts. On a t-shirt.
So we got these girls, so they're all inside there. And the thing is they have so much of this episode that they didn't really even get into Keith's statements to them. Keith basically looked at Larissa and Shay and was like, look, y'all two down here because y'all losers. Period. Yeah. And then he looked at Courtney and was like, you just occupy a seat.
They just kept saying, everyone kept saying that. She was just there. She was just a filler.
You're just here. You're just here. And the thing is and lo and behold, we do know that Courtney's a comic. Courtney doesn't need this anymore in the sense that she's figured out what her next step was after Flavor of Love, where a lot of these girls are flailing and they just know that I got my club appearances. And this is before social media. This is MySpace time. This is MySpace top 8. These girls were on a lot of flyers that look like Master P album covers.
Stop.
Yeah. Yes. Those flyers for the clubs. It was bottle service, 21 and older. You can be there. Come party at Bad Girls Club. It was come party with Natalie at Bad Girls Club. She'll throw a bottle at your head. And so
ready.
But that was those times. And so that's the thing is this were these girls they knew. But Courtney did know she had another job. And Courtney also knows that she can't wow out because she has Hollywood that she really wants to deal with. So she is being smart, you know?
Yeah.
So, and we have Mickey who also basically tells her, like, look, you're struggling on the fence here. You're either going to be in this game or you're not. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? And I think they're kind of like telling her, you didn't lock and load into this show, girl. Like, you didn't come in here saying that, hey, I'm going to come through and I'm going to wreck some shit up.
Yeah, no, she was just shadowing the whole time in the back. Which is cute. She had her cute little one-liners here and there, but it was kind of like...
Completely. And so Mo goes around and she basically tells Larissa that tonight might be your night. You wanted to fight. All that you're doing, you have two things. My heart is telling me to send you home. My heart is saying this little girl needs this, that she should be here a little bit longer. Yes. I love when she tells Mo, look, you're only down here because of the rules. Your team lost.
Shay, when she was talking to Shay, she was very like, that's the tea, girl. That's the only reason you're here.
She was like,
wasn't that? It probably
you can breathe, girl. We ain't gonna send you home.
No, you can breathe, yeah. She was just kind of like, ah.
And she went back after Courtney too, and she was like, you stand on the fence. How are you gonna stop playing me? You're just keeping the bed warm here, girl. So like, what are you gonna do?
I think she kind of knew that though, because she was just kind of like the way she was just nodding and very like, you're right, girl.
It was almost like she was like, look, you've been bad TV this whole time.
You're not that funny.
Yeah, she was gonna say like, I need you to punch somebody, but you're not.
Yeah, please fight somebody, hit her.
Yeah, it was basically what she was trying to say to her. But so she ends up. Courtney gets sent home. That this is not. The other two girls are too good at TV. Larissa has so much fire under her right now. Even though if they would go back into it, Thela, very first girl who left because she was crazy and that they thought that she was gonna fight too many people. But they're still keeping Larissa because she wants to fight everybody. You know what I mean?
I think because the other bitch was really crazy.
She's just gonna stab them in the middle of the night. That's true.
She was like really going through it.
Yeah, that's true. But so they tell her thing. But now the part here that was like, when she tells her, look, you don't belong on that little yellow bus outside. You belong on my tour bus. You want to do the tour with me? It was like,
yes.
And it was like
so nice of her.
And that was basically Mo being like, look, you gotta get your ass off this show. You need to go right now, get to the club and go get your tight 10 because you need to have that shit together. You cannot be on the show anymore. Go get your shit in line. So
start writing that set. I'll see you in a couple months.
It was cute. So she basically was like, okay, so you are leaving here. You're coming with me. I'll go see you guys later, you know? And it was, oh, damn, I want that kind of elimination where you get eliminated and a job at the same day.
Okay.
That was cute. And then it was cute because my Mo just basically tells them, look, y'all should never go into the perfume business because your shit stinks.
Oh my God, that shit was so funny.
Too much. So, and then they leave it. That wasn't where they ended it. They ended it with Larissa being like, Brooke, she gonna get hers. You know what I mean? Like, so they really are setting up this whole fight between Brooke.
I know. Brooke is pressed. Larissa's ready to fight. They are ready.
Yes. So next week's episode is one of my favorites. This is the one that I remember. It's when Safari loses her shit. And she's like,
the thrifting episode.
Yes. She goes into the turnstile at the oh my God, the Goodwill. And she's like blowing her nose on the clothes and like crying.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like this is reality TV. This is where it got good.
And then some people get really serious about it too. I mean, spoiler, she get very serious about her situation at the thrift shop, which is funny because my partner works at Buffalo Exchange. So they get to deal with a lot of customers bringing in clothes and trying to sell stuff, but they give them pretty much like a set kind of look of what they want. And even if the clothes is completely new, if it doesn't fit the style that they're looking for, they don't want it. So people get so pressed about it.
It's like, I paid $500 for this. Yeah, but you're broke. So do you want the $10 or not?
Or not.
You watch like Broad City, that like the episode, like.
Oh my God.
Do you
Is it
remember
the first episode?
earlier? No. I said, do you remember me from earlier? I said no.
I love that show. It's so good.
Yeah, but there's that whole episode where they have to take when they take the clothes in. Like,
Yeah,
queen, yes, queen.
that was so good.
So, but loved it. So this is where the show's getting really good because they have trimmed off all the fat. Now it's just girls who want to fight and girls who want to cry. This is like we are locked and we
Good
are
TV.
ready to go. So I'm so excited for the rest of this. Other than that, so we got this next week. Just wanted to let people know that where is the little thing here? I don't know where anything is. Oh, we are so our friends that are around there are knowing that Binge Bitches is going to be talking Star Wars tomorrow, Monday, May 11th at 4 o'clock. We'll be back on the same panel as last week. We're going to be going over the Star Wars prequel trilogy, which people don't understand. Like, yeah, people think that these movies suck, and I actually appreciate the first Star Wars, like these trilogy, the prequels.
Yes.
But the thing about the prequels, they set the tone. The Star Wars prequels set the tone for how we view trailers, how things are amped now, like how we see all the media that surrounds, like when a new movie comes out, like how big like the machine is around that. And also, we probably wouldn't have the internet capabilities that we do right now, or they wouldn't have come as fast as they did without the Star Wars trailer, the original one, because they had to like amp up everybody's way that they can like broadcast, and that they were crashing sites because this trailer was such a big thing. So there's some like really cool like pop talk where we talking about that kind of thing. So it's a little bit different than these reality show recaps where we get a little bit crazy and like, bleh, you know what I mean? And so the Star Wars ones are a little bit more fan-based, and it's a little bit more of a love letter to Star Wars. We don't really cut on the movies too much. We do talk about stuff we don't like because there is plenty to not like, but there's plenty to like. And I want to try to put a little bit more positivity out in the world, you know, even though we do talk a lot of shit. Whatever. This has been a good little episode. Real quick, we always follow up at the end of these. Let's talk Drag Race chatter. Chatter. So, new Drag Race season is coming out. So they pushed up season 5 of All Stars, which is now coming to us in June, which is really supposed to come in July. So this is great. And a lot of good girls that we saw on there. A lot of early season girls like our Anjinas and Jujubee and like India Farah, like some girls that we haven't seen in a while.
I'm so excited for the first couple 3 seasons that are being represented this season. So cute. I'm very excited. So many girls that I'm like, yes, they need to be like, you know, blown up again.
Exactly. And then girls like Mayhem Miller, who they're fucking good. They're really good at drag. They just know what they're doing. And so I'm excited to watch that season. And then they kicked off the heart of the show. This one. Like, I know it's not polished, and I know that she has her issues, but I was so into Heidi. And
I know.
Yeah, I was very, very sad that they let her go this week. But I do understand. We are making a television show where we have the best one. So she'll be back. She's a fan favorite for sure. A lot
of people were saying they wanted the double eliminate or the double stay this episode than last episode.
Yeah, I mean it would have been a little. I would have liked it more. Yeah, but so we'll see what ends up happening next. What I do think is great, though, I mean, like real tea though, is that she is what Rue wanted Silky Ganache to be last year.
Oh, very.
Like, Rue really wanted Silky to be a fan favorite, for the fans just to love her because she was down home and crunchy and granola, and just, you know, she was that girl who used Sharpies on her eyes and all that kind of thing. And like, the fans just did not get with her. We were just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, and I like Silky. I follow her on Instagram and all those sorts of things. But what they edited of her was just a little annoying. And and what they did with Heidi is they got it right. They put Rue's favorite and they made her a fan favorite. So
yes,
did a good edit, really great edit, really great fun girl. I'm waiting to see what's next for her. But Crystal Method,
I'm so excited. I love her. She's so silly.
I'm locked in on it. I think I want her to win the most now.
Yeah, she's fun. She's different.
Yeah.
She's kooky, but I mean, she's still like polished in her own way. Like, it's cute.
Yeah, and the whole Gigi Good thing, it's kind of she
Mm.
shot her load. She
It's
shot her
kind of
load.
beyond now. It's kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, she shot her load early. She came. The thing about Gigi, she got lucky because the first episodes were very fashion look based, and she had those tools in her back pocket, and she came ready to go. But it's kind of like when you go on vacation, when you go to summer camp, where you got that suitcase and you got them 4 good outfits on top, and then you got that outfit in the bottom. That's what happened to Gigi Good here, is that all her good ideas were on top, and now she's like looking through and she's like, well, I could take this old wig that I wore this time and then put it with this, like how you do when you're on vacation, you don't take enough stuff. That's what Gigi is doing. Like her toolbox in her mind is kind of like, it's pulled. So we'll see what happens next. And the Sherry thing is getting ill. And so
it just sucks because it's like, again, you know, she's on top and she's been doing good, even though her little like stand up way like past the 5 minutes. It was still, I was cackling.
It was a stand up. It was something that you would see at Provincetown. It was something that you would pay for to go see at Martinis Above 4th. You know what I mean? Like that's the show. Like she was showing her show so she can sell tickets later. And then her world crumbled because she did bad things to people. So, like, but it sucks that this person who has a lot of talent and everything. But I do like the fact that like Michelle hit it on the head with the whole point where it's like, you were selfish, bitch. Like this wasn't nice of you. And what she did was she made this audience so fatigued that when the last girl came out, everybody was like, I'm ready to go home now. Like, you know?
Well, I feel like Jada just kept getting in her head the whole time after she sat there. Because, I mean, as you're sitting there and you get nervous, even just to perform, sometimes when it's lagging too much and you're in your nerves, your nerves just get the best out of you. The whole time it's building up, then you go out and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Or you are amped because you're like, okay, I'm going. I'm sitting. And then you have to marinate in the nothing, and you're just kind of like, okay. And then they pull you up and you're like, okay, I'm supposed to go now. And not only that, but this bitch just killed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when Sherry at the beginning was like, I don't want to go last, that was shady of her. She knew she should have went last. She knew she was the last one. So she had that rehearsed. That's the other part about her, that she did everything before the show that you're supposed to as a contestant. Go to your improv class. Go learn that shit. Go host tonight somewhere. Go take a singing lesson. Learn about a celebrity and learn them inside and out and find your jokes and write yourself 8 jokes for Snatch. You know Snatch Game is gonna come. Write yourself a few jokes that you know are gonna pop off with this character, whatever they're gonna ask you. She went there. Like I'm saying with Gigi, is Gigi had the tools for the beginning. She had like the good tools at the top of the toolbox. There's nothing underneath. Whole fucking kit and caboodle. And like, and it sucks because now they don't know what to do with her because they're editing her in such a way too that like when you watch like Untucked, you'll see they're all talking and you'll just see Sherry's feet in the side. You know what I mean? Like they're like here in the side of the frame, you'll just see like 2 like little legs, and you're just like, oh, that's supposed to be Sherry. Like, you know what I mean? Like they try to cut her out, and now that there's not as many people, they can't cut around her. So they're gonna try to. I think they're trying to give her a little bit more of an edit that makes her appear selfish and a little brassy. And so, and the other tea too that I heard is the reason why we weren't getting a lot of Crystal Method was because Crystal and her were homegirls on set, and so.
Oh, really?
Yes, those two, like how these girls have like the ones who they're closer to when they're there, and Crystal and Sherry were homegirls. Those two were getting along. That they were back and forth kiki. They had makeup stations closer to each other. So that a lot of Crystal in the first episodes because she was always with Sherry. So now we're gonna get Sherry. We're gonna see Crystal more breaking off because there's less girls, so they don't have to pair off like that. So if that says anything, that's one of those little rumors that's out there that you were close. So we'll see what happens next. But I like this season. This is a better season.
I like it a lot. Like Ruth said, she really saw all 6 of them being really good, and I honestly thought they were pretty good. You know, they've all been really good.
It's true. This is a very evenly keeled top 6 and a top 6 that is very different from each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Each girl has a strength, and I don't know. It's a very solid season, and it sucks that was marred by all this controversy because one person had a bad past, and it's something that World of Wonder couldn't have known about. Like when people try to blame them and say that, oh, well, they should have done how do you do research on this? It's like, did you ever catfish somebody in the past?
Right? Like, how would they find this out? But I mean, who knows? There's rumors that people already knew in New York, so.
So it's just, like, please tell us about all the shitty things that you've done in your life. And like, your sister would be like, okay, well, this one time I told this guy to beat off on camera and send it to me. Like,
right? I was on the party line and I pretended to be a girl, We've all been there.
Yeah, so AOL days. But like, yeah, so that's the thing so that's what sucks about this season, that it's marred with this. And also there is a little bit of Drag Race fatigue with I don't really care about Untucked anymore. With giving us Celebrity Drag Race, I don't care about Untucked.
Yeah.
Because this past week, too, Celebrity Drag Race was fucking bomb. It was a great show. They killed it. Yeah. So with the comic, that whole thing, the roast, it was one of the best ones they've had. So
yeah,
it's been a good little gay time over there on VH1 on Friday nights. So okay, so let's wrap it up. Thank you for joining me, Miss BEBE GUNN.
Thank you for having me.
Want to follow us on Instagram, there's our names right there. It's Dangilo Gogo and Queef on Your Beef. When did you get the name?
Oh, so that came up when that was my AOL Instant Messenger. I was in high school. I think I was in math class, like 10th grade, and I found out about queefing, and I thought it was hilarious. And my best friend at the time, Natalie, told me, she's like, I want to queef on your beef. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So it became my AOL Instant Messenger. And then when I got Instagram, that was it.
Not. Queef on your beef. Okay, so Queef on your beef and Dangilo Gogo. We are signing out today. Thanks for joining us for Charm School Recap. We will be back next week. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Mwah.
Bye.
Right.